Welcome to another video on the Social Green Shoot YouTube channel. I was going to live in this video today, but I did not activate my live feed on my YouTube channel early enough to be available to live. You have to wait 24 hours and there's no way to bypass through that restriction on YouTube. I thought I'd make the second best thing is highlight video about the day in America. We watch the Sky News, then we commentate over it, and then we probably got the Ian Moore's, and then something from Pink News. We get into it, and I switch it over to the computer now and watch the video.
He had thought he stood for the future. Now was his moment to face the future. Because on this day, the future is the past. The past is prologue. What America had before, it has chosen again. Donald Trump arrived back at the White House. Welcome home, he said. A moment of grace for a man who would surely feel a good dose of gall over the hours ahead. And so began a day that would stitch the tapestry of America, tradition, history, patriotism, and the peaceful transfer of power in this delivery of democracy. There was so much we saw and so much we'd love to have seen. The Trumps taking tea with the Bidens inside the People's House, to have been a fly on that wall. And on this car window too. Because after tea inside the presidential beast, the two presidents rode together up Pennsylvania Avenue to Congress. To the Capitol building, where the inauguration was less than an hour away. Who knows what they discussed? What we do know is that Biden had just preemptively pardoned the people Trump said he would prosecute. The people who investigated the...
There are good pardons. What Biden done? I know I would have done the same. I would pardon anybody who actually put their erase that. But what Donald Trump did, pardon everybody who involved with it, who beat up police officers. No, they should not get a pardon.
January the 6th protests here in 2021. And the general, Milley, who fell out with Trump. The doctor, Fauci, who fought COVID. All now protected. It was one wave and a tsunami of news on a day of profound consequence. And then the cold weather rejig from outside to in offered quite the symbolism as President-elect Trump approached the Capitol Rotunda. Broken into by his supporters just 4 years ago, he was here now with a Democratic mandate to take the oath of office once again.
As Americans got short-term memory loss, it feel like they can't remember even what happened 4 years ago on January 6th. I can.
Good morning, sir. How are you this morning?
Good morning. Thank you.
President Trump, how do you feel? President Biden?
Well, he said. Well, what else could he say?
Ladies and gentlemen,
this was a day to people watch. Who's in, who's out, who's proud, who's not. And the New World Order was...
There your real president, there is your real one. Donald Trump is just the one who's just sitting in the White House. He's the one putting all the string. Donald Trump is a puppet. He's the real one, in my view.
On full display. Row 1, not the new cabinet, no, the billionaire owners of tech companies. The profound, powerful culture shift to Trump, front row. Behind them, the cabinet.
present.
The holders of this highest office then filed in, a linear thread of American leadership, Republican or Democrat. The thrust was broadly the same. At least it now feels like that, because Donald Trump promises something so very different. All that was left in his way was the swearing in. But before that, as the world watched this American pomp, news of Biden's last act. More preemptive pardons for his own family, his brothers and sister and their partners, protecting them, he said, from baseless politically motivated investigations. An admission of guilt, Trump will say.
I, James David Vance, do solemnly swear.
And then the very heart of this day in history. First, the new vice president.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. Vice President.
And what a journey it has been for J.D. Vance, an Appalachian childhood of poverty and family drug addiction, to this, the vice presidency. Tradition requires that those who lost out must watch those who beat them. Not that Mr. Trump afforded Joe Biden this 4 years ago.
Good point. But Joe Biden is an adult and he will put his rules aside for the American people. Donald Trump would never do that. I think in 4 years' time, Donald Trump would try to do another coup and try to become president for life, like a dictator for life. He always said he'd be a dictator on day one.
He didn't show up back then.
The President-elect of the United States, the Honorable Donald John Trump.
This time, it was his show. And at 12:01, America's 45th president.
Can't even kiss Eli properly. He had to kiss the air. Can't even, Eli will not even take off the hat for him. So much love in that relationship.
Became its 47th.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
That I will faithfully execute.
That I will faithfully execute.
The office of President of the United States.
The office of President of the United States.
And will, to the best of my ability.
And will, to the best of my ability.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
Preserve, protect, and defend.
The Constitution of the United States.
The Constitution.
And I will change the Constitution of the United States to preserve my agenda. He put to say that he always has stated he will do that.
Constitution of the United States.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations, Mr. President.
The greatest comeback in political history, complete. The first word was for his predecessor. Thank you, Joe, he said. Before he proceeded to eviscerate Biden and all he stood for in an inauguration speech that was, well, Trump to a T.
In the United States of America, as we gather today, our government confronts a crisis of trust. For many years, a radical and corrupt establishment has extracted power and wealth from our citizens while the pillars of our society lay broken and seemingly in complete disrepair. We now have a government that can not manage even a simple crisis at home.
Not manage a single crisis at home. He just criticise his own government because he just took power. He is the government. But he now needs to really get his words right. He say the old government, he could say the last government, or we did have that government in place. I mean, he just really got his words totally wrong.
While at the same time stumbling into a continuing catalog of catastrophic events abroad.
History has determined that this speech has a humble tone, reflective of the weight of the office of president. But from President Donald Trump, there were no platitudes. It was his American carnage speech from his first inauguration, but reformed, reframed, peppered with hope and promises of change his way.
I return to the presidency confident and optimistic that we are at the start of a thrilling new era of national success. A tide of change is sweeping the country.
All the campaign catchphrases which propelled him to power were there.
We will drill, baby, drill.
For liberal progressives who...
It might be a good catchy song, that baby drill, 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 baby drill, drill, drill. but it's not there about the alignment. Yeah, it's a catchy song, but not a good policy, and it's going to make California set on fire more often. You're going to see more California wildfire. Is this going to be the policy?
Thought they were the future. This was a body blow.
We will forge a society that is colorblind and merit-based. As of today, it will henceforth be the official policy of the United States government that there are only two genders, male and female.
There are only two biology sets, not genders. Gender and biology sets are two different things. Donald, please go back to school because you need a lesson on this again.
Biden, now a former president, chuckled at the idea of a common sense executive order.
Today I will sign a series of historic executive orders. With these actions, we will begin the complete restoration of America and the revolution of common sense. It's all about common sense. First, I will declare a national emergency at our southern border.
There is no question that the attempt on his life was an inflection point. For him, certainly, but also for how people saw him, too. And he reflected that.
Just a few months ago in a beautiful Pennsylvania field, an assassin's bullet ripped through my ear. But I felt then, and believe even more so now, that my life was saved for a reason. I was saved by God to make America great again.
And so there it was, delivered with a confidence he did not have in 2016, the confidence of delivery, the total belief in the superiority of a United States led by President Donald Trump. His final act for these formalities, something he relished surely, waving off Joe Biden. And then he was off, no time to waste, he says. Was it the day America changed? Well, in the days and 4 years ahead, we will find out. Mark Stone.
It's the day they gone back, yes. Back to 2016. More chaos, more division, more to pay in politics. Nobody cared about the Gulf of America because that was in the beat too, but I've not found a clip of that. That I didn't. Nobody cared about what he got to say. Everybody care about the cost of living crisis, the grocery price in the door, the gas price at the petrol station. Nobody care about the Gulf of America or the what are they only two genders really? People care about the cost of living crisis. We got something for Elon Musk to look at, a Nazi salute. What people say it is. I think a Nazi salute too. That may go onto that video.
And I just want
me over to the computer again and watch this video now.
I want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you. My heart goes out to you. Yes! This is what victory feels like. Yeah! And this was no ordinary victory. This was a fork in the road.
But go back a bit to when you do that, because I missed that. I was sorting out my... Go back there.
My heart goes out to you. Yes! This is what victory feels like. Yeah! And this was no ordinary victory. This was a fork in the road of human civilization. Okay. You know, there are elections that come and go. Some elections are, you know, important, some are not. But this one, this one really mattered. And I just want to say thank you for making it happen. Thank you.
True. In the video. True.
My heart goes out to you.
Really. We got a little bit from Pink News. I mean, it's on TikTok. And what I can do is react to Trump. Let's see what they got to say about it.
Like, thoughts of my rights in the future being, threatened is something that's scary. Yeah, I'm not excited for the next 4 years.
How do you feel about Trump being inaugurated for his second term today?
I think, in total, it is a terrifying thing to happen in the United States. I think it is a bit disgusting that we've allowed a felon into office and someone who is so hateful towards people of color, towards people who are queer, and just towards women, towards people who deserve to have rights in America.
And what do you think Trump being reelected into office kind of means for the future of LGBTQIA plus rights in America?
I think the biggest issue right now is thinking for minors. People who are 18 years of age have a little bit more freedom because you can go to different states at that point, and I could go up to Minnesota if I really needed to. We've seen a lot of increase in anti-LGBTQ legislation for people who are under 18. They're not able to achieve hormone therapy, that sort of thing, and that's very difficult for mental health and for suicide rates. As a trans person myself, the thoughts of my rights in the future being, threatened is something that's scary. Yeah, I'm not excited for the next 4 years.
How do you feel about Trump being inaugurated for his second term today?
I think, in total, it is a terrifying thing to happen in the United States. I think it is a bit disgusting that we've allowed a felon into office and someone.
But yes, it is. And anybody want to add? Let me just move my webcam over to the right. Do not matter what the body they born with. He is around for the trans rights. Many gays and resident organizations also offer trans services. I mean, there are trans services in America. If people say they safe is very weak at the moment because of Donald Trump back in power. We can see what happened. Let's see what he do in his first Monday. I'll be watching very closely. We might make a 100-day video on this in the next minute. They come to the channel. I do want to get back to doing more UK politics, but they do affect the UK. I'm going to see you in the next video. Goodbye for now and bye.